Just announced Fani Willis could be in more hot water than she's ever been in before, and that's good news for us patriots. Welcome to John Mike Keene as we investigate longtime foe of the American people, Fani Willis.
Congressman Jim Jordan has given Fulton County DA Fani Willis a deadline to turn over documents. It's part of an investigation into allegations that she colluded with the Biden administration while investigating President-elect Trump.
We're over here with Kyle Becker's Twitter account on X, breaking news. Fulton County Superior Court has issued a default judgment against District Attorney Fani Willis for refusing to turn over records that could document her collusion with the J6 committee and special counsel Jack Smith. Now, these are the emails that Jim Jordan and Comer said they were after.
Jordan has accused Willis of conspiring with the Justice Department, expressing concerns about the motivations behind her investigations of Trump's interference in Georgia's 2020 election. In turn, Willis has accused Jordan of violating the U.S. Constitution to try to interfere with her prosecution of Trump and his co-defendants.
And she refuses to do it, so the Superior Court is saying you will turn them over. But wait, it just stepped up a notch. The court order states, by finding the defendant in default, the court has effectively declared that she violated the aura, something to do with their legal status. The court further orders the defendant to conduct a thorough search of her records for responsive emails within 5 business days. That's all this week, and the beginning of next week is all she has. Of this order's entry, within the same 5-day period, the defendant is ordered to provide the plaintiff with copies of all responsive records that are not legally exempt or exempt from disclosure.
We've been doing this type of work for 30 plus years at Judicial Watch, and never before has a government official gone into default in such an egregious way here and be found in default by a court in what is essentially a simple open records lawsuit. And it kind of shows you where Fani Willis's competencies are or where her corruption is.
If the defendant must or chooses to withhold any portion of a requested record, she is instructed to adhere to the procedures outlined in the ORA. However, now this is the quote's over. However, Fulton County DA claims that such records don't exist, potentially putting her at legal risk of perjury and obstruction of justice. Now, if they exist and she lies, that is perjury and obstruction of justice, for which she can go to prison. She would certainly be disbarred. So she's got to be very careful what she says and what other people might have access to on her computer. The court makes it clear that it has substantive reason to believe Willis is withholding records. Quote, defendant is further ordered to provide an explanation why such correspondence doesn't exist in defendant's records or why it's being withheld. So she can say it's a universal negative, it doesn't exist, therefore I can't turn it over. Now this is also how this is a weird reversal of her RICO strategy. Remember where she had Trump and 18 defendants, and you try and get them to flip on each other. So all they have to do is find one person in the Democrat Party, put them in hot water to expose Fani Willis, because if they ever got an email, that could be Jack Smith, that could be Department of Justice, that could be Nathan Wade, and they turn her in, she's going to jail. However, if Willis does turn over records, it could provide proof of a criminal conspiracy. Oh, the irony. Now that's what she got Trump on, is a criminal conspiracy. And now she's the one that could end up being guilty. Here's the legal document over here on the right that they're going through, these multiple pages.
So in many ways, this is also a vindication for President Trump, that Fani Willis is dishonest. She doesn't want to follow the law. She has contempt for the rule of law.
And so Fani Willis, this could be your end game. And we hope it is, because she never mentioned that they didn't exist before. This is the first time that she claimed they don't exist. Is she hiding emails that would collude with the U.S. government? I'm John Mike Keene.